Good morning. It's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. What a weekend. It has been wild and woolly here in Wollongong. We're getting our August wind, so it's been a little crazy, and I think the wind tends to make us all a little crazy. It's where the hay fever really kicks in. So a few catch-up things, but firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you're new on board, welcome. A big shout out to AEST Tarot, who according to one of your viewers has recommended me to your viewers. I'm really honoured that you would do that. I think it's the first time since I've been on this channel that anybody's ever done that for me. So I want to say a huge thank you and give you all my love. Thank you so much. And for those who've joined me from AEST Tarot, I hope that you find my readings as good as AEST Tarot does. I do stand behind my work. I love what I do, and I'm incredibly invested in this journey. All right, and moving on. Well, thank you to everybody for supporting me, and a real big thank you to those who come to me for readings that have been with me since I started out. I'm so honoured to have you on board. I'm still very humbled by this journey, and it still makes me quite emotional to talk about where I am and what I've achieved along the way, because I have grown so much on this journey. Just a few things. Number one is we have our pajama party this Sunday. Linda, the psychic pinup, and I have got our pajama party this coming Sunday. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, I believe there are still tickets left. Please jump on board and join us. I realise for some of you it's completely out of your time zone, and I know a couple of you are joining us at early hours of the morning. So I'm really grateful that you are, but I'm hoping we're going to have lots of fun with that one. I also have still a couple of places left in my tarot class, which is next Saturday, the 7th of August. I had a lot of people who responded but have not responded to the last email. I'm ready to get that class ready, so if you're still on board and want to join the beginners class, please let me know. Email me or get in touch with me via my website. In regards to now doing Akashic record readings, I have quite a few of them to do, which I didn't expect so quickly. I know a few of you knew that I was learning, so I have probably several lined up now, and I'll be doing them at least one a week, but I may move to doing more than one a week if I can get myself into a bit of a routine. They do take several hours to do, so just bear with me. What I will do is send your date out, and as long as you pay me 24 hours before, that will be fine. And the last thing, for those of you who've been asking me about my weight loss journey, I hit the scales at losing 10 kilo this morning. So for those of you who work in pounds, that's around about 22 pounds. I have taken off last time's COVID weight, so that's gone now, and a little bit more. So still have a bit of a journey to do, but my body is definitely thanking me for that. All right, let's get into this reading. Oh, I have a new tarot deck. I forgot about that. Look at this. It is the Millennium Thoth deck. So it's a bit of a revitalization, I think, of the old Thoth deck. Again, I see it, I want it. Bad thing for me being in lockdown, because I keep buying things I like, just as well they don't sell men online. Eight of Cups here. So the Eight of Cups is a card of moving away from something that is no longer emotionally serving you. This can mean something temporarily too. It's not a sort of finality. It may be that you're moving away because you want to work on yourself, or you feel that you need some sort of emotional support and you don't feel that you can move forward at this time. So it's sort of that energy of, leaving something for the moment, but maybe intending to return to it, but maybe you're not. And I guess that depends on the journey you're taking then. All right, so 8 of Cups to the 10 of Cups says to me, for many of you, you may be after love here. We're looking at 2 of Cups between the two. So you're going on some sort of journey here to fulfill your own happiness. Now, it could be that you are taking time out here to find something else fulfilling. You might be sort of looking for things in your life other than love, but your intention here is to bring in the 2 Cups. But maybe this is about the self-love thing as well. Maybe you are sort of looking towards finding what makes you happy. Really looking for what makes you happy here. All right, yeah, because you have the Queen of Cups coming through too. This is a card of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So in this regard, I don't feel like it's a person. I feel like it's more the energy. For some of you, you may be ramping up your psychic abilities here. Maybe you want to get into your own business, but you feel that you need to put some work or energy into becoming a little bit more in tune with your journey. For others of you, this would be really about the journey that many of us are on to learn to really love and appreciate ourselves. But for others of you, I really feel like you're going out looking for some sort of relationship, some sort of love journey here. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so it's sort of this energy here of, I always think of the head over the heart energy with these cards, and when I put different cards in front of me, I look at them and I think that's sort of a different energy to what I'm getting from the cards here. There is this energy, we see with the coins and the moon. So there may be this energy, and we do have some of the signs, some of the planets being represented here as well. But there's a very much an energy here of, this is logic over, I want to say imagination, but imagination of course encompasses all the things that we envelope within our psychic abilities. The really sad thing is our imagination's knocked out of us as children, when in reality we need our imagination to stimulate or almost vibrate our psychic ability, our intuition. So there's a very good chance here that you are looking for this energy of being able to stand in your own vibration and allow more the material things to fall away. So maybe this is the journey that you've been on with the 8 of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so many of you have healed from some sort of situation here. I was thinking about this morning because somebody was talking about the twin flame journey, and I feel that the twin flame journey for many people is a really big wake-up call in terms of understanding who you are. It is a journey of healing. It is a journey of acknowledging your truth. And the 3 of Swords sort of really points that out to me this morning. So I'm feeling here that maybe a lot of you are walking away from either your old journey, your old self, the old version of you here, going towards what you see as a much more in tune person within yourself, due to perhaps some sort of falling away of the ego and replacing it with more. For some of you, it's definitely psychic ability, but it's like you're letting go of the ego to fill yourself up with spirit. That's what I want to say. And I feel that really strongly with this 2 of Pentacles. It's like making room inside yourself to become more in tune with your universe. So for many of you, the 8 of Cups is really about leaving old parts of yourself behind and moving towards that 10. I see the 3 of Swords, and I feel like here it's like star energy. All right, so we have the 7 of Cups. So some of you are understanding 9 of Wands here. Okay, makes a whole lot of sense. Some of you are understanding your own patterns here. You're understanding that perhaps what you've been doing is you've been so invested in the old version of you that you've been going around in circles trying to understand how to bring yourself into this new version. So a lot of you have been cycling patterns. The Seven of Cups tells me that you've broken through, you've broken through some sort of illusion here. You've broken through some sort of illusion. And when I go from the 7 to the 8, I think it's 1 cup. So you've, through self-love, you've started to understand your own patterns, your own ways of doing things here. We have the 4 of Wands. There's a lot of healing in here. And we have the Prince of Pentacles. That's very interesting, the energy of that card, because it's very Chariot. I feel that there is some sort of movement here towards victory. Beautiful. Now I can see it clearly. Okay. So it seems that many of you have been on the self-love journey. A lot of you doing the twin flame journey, where you are healing those parts of you that have been, I want to say, exaggerated for you on the journey, or brought to your attention, or you've awakened to some way of dealing with yourself or working with yourself that's no longer serving you. So many of you are going after new love here. Others of you are completing the journey of self-love, but there's still healing to be done. So don't sort of look back and go, well, this is it now. In my experience, there is this energy where you go through something and then something else happens and you realize you aren't quite healed. So it's sort of back to the drawing board to do more work. And then you come to these places where you plateau. And when you plateau, you understand that you have to integrate what you've learned so far in order to bring you round to where you need to be. And for many of you, I know you're on this journey too. The energy of self-love is so important here. It's what we are all here to learn. If we all loved ourselves, then it would be natural for us to love each other. It would be something that would be a given. And that is what we need to do on this planet. All right, let's see where this journey is taking us. All right, so I have the 5 of Cups here. So many of you still experiencing some disappointment from the past here. So I guess for the people who are sort of starting out on this journey, you may be at the point where you're leaving something behind for sure. And it may be that you're letting go of your past. It may be that you are starting to understand how your past has impacted you. But whatever it is, you're leaving some sort of regret and disappointment of the past behind you here. Oh, wow, I have the 3 of Cups coming through. That is the World card. She's Judgment. Sorry, Judgment. And this one has the Phoenix on it, because I always call the Judgment card the card of the Phoenix. And this one has the card of the Phoenix on it. So that for me this morning is just absolutely stunning. All right, so we're looking at rebirth. And we are looking at the 5 of Wands. For some of you, you're still perhaps in the stages here of confusion about the journey. And that's okay. I think we're all confused to start off with, especially if we've sort of, hit a point in our lives where we have sort of suffered some or endured some sort of pain that's put us on this journey. For some people, the pain may come as a sudden thing where, something happens and all of a sudden you're faced with some sort of near-death experience, and then you get on the path to awakening. For others of you here, I'm talking to a lot of people who've done the slow unfolding, like myself, where you start to realize that you've been on a journey in an illusion that you set for yourself early in your days. And breaking away from the illusion. All right, so we have the Hanged Man coming through with the Empress and the Moon card. Wow, I gave these cards an almighty shuffle, but I have noticed lately that I get these major arcanas right in the middle of my reading. It's almost, Spirit is almost saying to me, you need to pay particular importance to these cards. Because the Moon talks about hidden emotion. The Empress, The Empress is birthing something new from something that the Hanged Man's put in place here. So there's almost this energy of there needing to be one more step for you to reach this point here. And this is why you're walking away from something here. There is some sort of, I don't want to call it a final step, because I know with Spirit there is no final. But it looks to me like the next major step on your journey. And I know I talked about integration just briefly, but this is what they've been talking to me about lately. It's like integrating now what you've learned. You've done the learning, you're at the place you need to be at, but now you have to put it all together. And I have a feeling here that for some of you, this will be the return of someone into your life to do this final stage. All right, so we have the Star card. I felt that energy way before with the Three of Pentacles. You're fulfilling a soul contract here that's going to take you in a new direction. Okay. I will clarify this, but what I'm seeing here for you is this leaving regret and remorse behind. Some of you are actually almost, I want to say purging, but it isn't like purging. It's like more like shedding some sort of image of yourself or some sort of shell that you've been carrying around or moving around in. You're starting to understand that it no longer serves you. You're sort of going deeper within, which is part of your journey. There seems to be this energy, though, that you may be a little confused at the moment, a little emotionally overwhelmed. I want to say to you, just work with that energy. Be kind to yourself. It's time for you to learn. If you're not meditating, it's time for you to learn how to meditate. Take time out from the world. But what I want to say to you, it's imperative at this time that you trust this is part of the journey. Because I feel like this energy sometimes throws people into this sort of beginnings of waking up or beginnings of understanding, throw people into this energy of confusion, and then they back away or they try to close down. And of course, we know that once you start the journey, the closing down isn't something you can do. There's some sort of purging of emotions here that's coming up, which is going to help you completely rebirth yourself. This is the energy of understanding that it's time to really let go of ego now. That Two of Pentacles was strongly coming through with that energy. For many of you, you've got some sort of soul contract that you're enacting or acting out at this time. And I don't say acting in a way that sort of takes away from the journey. It's this energy of really going with the flow and understanding your part in this, understanding that you are really in the attention of the universe at the moment. You're really under the intention of Spirit. Intention or attention? They said both. Okay, but there's a new path that is opening up for you here. A brand new path. And it's something with the Star and this Three of Pentacles is going to help you. Something's going to show you your journey here. Something's going to show you sort of like the energy of further in front of you. Like they're going to show you something that's further ahead on your path so you can understand how to move towards it. And that is what is so important here on this journey, is trusting the signs and synchronicities. All right, let's just have a look. So we have the Eight of Cups. So I can see you walking away towards your Ten of Cups, whether that is because you want new love, whether you are searching for yourself, but you are definitely moving towards the 10. I feel like with the Queen of Cups here, it's about honing your intuition. It's about trusting who you are, but it's about building that love of self, which is so important, which is going to lead you to this Empress energy here. This to me makes me feel like you're understanding and you're tossing up between, it's at a loose description. It's a head over heart, heart over head decision you're making here. You're tossing up for the balance, and you don't need to worry. You just work on yourself and the balance will come naturally. But this balance is about you raising your spiritual awareness and understanding that your material awareness is part of who you are, but not all that you are here. There is heartbreak and pain that's brought you around to this moment, and you've seen through some sort of illusion. You could have been going through patterns, cycles here, and you're starting to understand those now because you're shedding those energies. I feel like there's more healing to be done here, and I do feel that the universe is bringing you some sort of message here, possibly through a person, a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. But I feel like somebody is delivering something from the universe here because you have the victory card. Oh my God, the truth is coming. Okay, I should have taken that card away before. I feel like they made me not reveal it before. There is a truth coming to you here that's going to help you not only have a victory but see this journey more clearly here. Somebody is bringing this to you, somebody who's taking action, who's on their way to deliver some sort of information, news. For some of you it could be in regards to love, because we do have that sort of energy of the 8 to the 10. But there's a brand new path opening up for you here, and it's part of your soul journey. This part of this contract that you made up before you came to the planet. There's a rebirth into the Empress. Male or female, you are rebirthing your feminine aspect. This is the part in the Queen of Cups, which talks about your psychic ability, your intuition, your love of self, your love for others. It's all awakening within you. It's bringing you forward into a brand new day. The Two of Wands. Okay, we have the Devil card coming through, absolutely, with the Knight of Wands. And the Strength card. Wow, that's called adjustment here. So that makes a whole lot of sense when you look at that as adjustment rather than as the Strength card. I love it. We have a very handsome Devil coming through again too. Whew. Okay. I feel like here somebody is delivering a message to you that's going to help you see through some sort of, maybe through, for some of you, just materialism, but that sounds too, it sounds too shallow to have in this reading. It's this energy of casting aside the ego, casting aside, I don't want to just say the ego, it just sounds too simple. You may be casting aside some sort of material aspect here and seeing through something. Maybe it is that simple. Maybe you've been hanging on to something with this Devil energy and not letting it go. And I know a lot of the time people talk about releasing the past, and I know we have the Five of Cups here, but this goes deeper. It's not about just releasing the past. This is about releasing those past parts of you that no longer serve you. And this would incorporate all the things that the ego's put in place. Everything from your victim mentality, your lack mentality, all of the things you've hung on to that you feel represent who you are as a person. And you've had this inability to let this go. You've still hung on to this sort of energy of not believing in who you are. But I really feel something's coming in here to adjust this energy. Something's coming in very quickly here with this passionate sort of Knight of Wands. Some sort of passion coming back in. Some sort of energy of somebody putting you on track here. Something that's going to adjust you into this new energy. All right, I will leave it there because it's getting way too deep for me, and it will give me a conniption if I can't quite get the energy. Oh, the rattle. I love it when Spirit does that. It's so much easier than keep shuffling through hoping that you're going to get the right card. 43. This may put it in place for some of you, because I feel like some of you are still searching for this thing that you need to let go of, this energy, this Devil energy, this inbuilt illusion, this idea that you're not good enough, this idea that you are the way you were taught to be. Whatever it is for you, something here is coming in to purge it, shed it. The rattle is the spirit caller, carrying the shaman's prayer to the 4 directions. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. With the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with the prayer, "Great Spirit, may your will be done." The rattle guides us to pray for the earth, not just for our personal needs. When we offer our prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. The rattle comes to invite you to work with the tools of spirit, but be careful, they are very sharp and can hurt you and others if they're not used mindfully. Set your old tools aside and take up the drawing instruments of spirit. There you go. Set your ego aside and trust in spirit. You are consciously stepping into partnership with the divine. This is the time for courageous deeds. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression. I love the medicine here, and I'm going to read that to you too. You want to catch God on the whisper, not on the shout. What you are trying to craft to your own desires and expectations is already there, standing before you. Do not spin the world to your own benefit. You are being offered the Creator's tools which must be put to use to serve a divine purpose. So the Spirit here is trying to get you to understand that you already have the tools. If you tune into Spirit, you're going to find out how to use them. It's that simple. All right, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.